Okay, I'm back. So, how are we going to commit suicide here? Let's take a look at the region right outside our door here. I don't want anything interrupting me. If I were able to find a Grenadier or an Elite Grenadier, I'd be pretty successful in getting them separated from a pack. So, I'm just going to summon up an Elite Grenadier here in the field near us. I'll teleport over to it, summon it, then teleport back to my vehicle, and then I'll walk towards it for the fight. So, how would I prepare for this? Let's take a look at our inventory. I've got a Law Rocket. I just have 0 launcher skills, so I'm not confident in the least that that would actually land anywhere near where I would want it to go. Yeah, I just don't think I could rely on that. I think it's all going to come down to, can I get close enough to blast the thing before the grenades put me down? I don't have any fancy armor. I don't have anything else really that's going to help me out too much. Yeah, Aaron, we're at the point where I said I wasn't going to go past today really, so the Elite Grenadier is just too rare. I could wander around this wilderness for literal real-world days and not come across the Elite Grenadier. I shouldn't have put it on my list to begin with. I didn't realize just how rare that thing is. Afterwards, and thinking back through my previous long playthroughs of various sessions, I only usually see 1, maybe 2 Elite Grenadiers, even when I've uncovered like a dozen overworld map sections. So it's just too rare. And I've already found standard Grenadiers in the outposts, so I'm not having that much fun, and I don't think it's very interesting to watch me just drive around the overworld trying to find this one creature. So I would rather just summon one up, let's have the fight, get it over with, and then move on to another playthrough, really. Set up another challenge. This one's just pretty much run its course. I intended it to be a short-range challenge, and I think it's accomplished what I wanted to. We did legitimately get 9 out of the 10. It's just the super rarity, and there's no way to guarantee where one of these is going to be. So it just comes down to really small chance that one's ever going to show up. So I'm going to summon one. We're going to try to kill it, and we may win, we may not. Either way, I'm pretty much ready to put this particular challenge aside and get another one started up. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to pretend like there's one in the field out here. I am not going to run it over with the vehicle. I'm actually going to straight up fight it. So we'll see what we can manage to do against it. I'm just trying to see what I might be able to do to prepare myself. None of this is really going to help. The nanobots aren't going to help enough. Sensory dulling would be the most likely thing to help out. Try to keep the pain down as much as possible for the short time that I'm absorbing grenades. So CBM-wise, not really much I can rely on. And I was looking through my inventory here. I'm going to want... I really don't have much encumbrance on my hands or arms. Let's drop a bunch of this random stuff I'm not going to use anyway. None of that will matter. Guess I'm not really carrying all that much. Let's drop the rucksack. That's about the only other thing that's going to really make a difference. Alright, now I'm at 5.5 out of 6.5. Wait till dusk. Nah, I don't want to cheat and close the distance in the dark. I'm going to pretend. I'm going to make this as hard as I can, short of dropping the thing in the middle of the city. I just want to see how survivable it is. So, this is just a straight up fight between my admittedly pretty awesome gun, this RM51 assault rifle, and some general gear, and a Elite Grenadier. So we're going to see just how badly I get annihilated by this guy. Nah, I've finally called it a halt. We're not going to look any further. I've been looking for one for about 8 hours of real world time, just looking for that Grenadier by itself. Both in driving around the wilderness and then lab diving, and just can't come up with him. So we're done with that. So we're just going to try to kill one. So it's pretty much this gear you see on me against an elite grenadier out in the open. Like I said, I'm not going to use the vehicle, but I want to see just if it's possible. So we'll find out. Alright, so can't think of anything else I can really do to improve this situation. Alright, so I'm just going to teleport a short distance away out into the field over here. And then we will spawn a monster. An elite grenadier. How about over there? Alright, there's now an elite grenadier over there. He cannot see me yet. We'll back off. Ooh, I don't want to deal with a stupid wasp. Stupid wasp. Alright, guess we'll deal with it this way. Fire. Goodbye, stupid wasp. We traveled so much, the autosave map is taking a while to reload. Alright, I do want to reload the assault rifle. Okay, the zombie might be coming towards me because of the sound of the gunfire. So, where are these various things? Tough zombies coming from the north. There's the grenadier from the east. Alright, tough zombie and the bee are fighting each other. So, there we are in sight. There's the elite grenadier. He hasn't started tossing grenades yet, but any time now. Technically he hasn't spotted me. It's drizzling, so his sight range is down a bit. Yeah, everybody place your bets right now. Anybody that's not familiar with a zombie elite grenadier, let me explain. So, these guys are probably the nastiest zombie form you will find in the game. I mean, there are bigger monsters, but the elite grenadier is the king of these zombie types. More so and more dangerous than the shocker brutes, more dangerous than the hulks, and so on. The reason they're dangerous is because they start throwing grenades, and they don't stop throwing grenades until you kill them. So if I just stood just off range a bit, he would start throwing grenades just one every 4 or 5 turns. And in my experience at least, people have told me it's random, but I'm pretty sure it's not so random. My experience with these guys is that they start out with these simpler grenades like tear gas and flashbangs, and then they move up to grenades, then they move up to C4 grenades, and they'll move all the way up to mini nukes. So, yes, a zombie grenadier will throw a mini nuke hand grenade. So, obviously, you gotta down that guy as quickly as possible. So, I don't really have a strategy here. There's really nothing I can do to make this fight any easier on myself. I mean, normally if I encountered one of these guys in the field, I would either run away or run him over with a vehicle. That would be pretty much the two strategies. If I didn't have those options and it was kind of late game, if I had power armor available, power armor will shrug off everything short of the C4 grenade and the mini nuke. You could just pretty much walk right up to him and kill him however you'd like, until he starts tossing the C4 and the mini nukes. But beyond that, you're pretty immune in most of the different types of power armor. So it's going to come down to how badly the grenades affect me when I try to get up on this guy. Another trick you can do is knock the grenades out of the air. If you've got good melee combat skills and a fast weapon, you can just poke them right out of the air, and as soon as you hit them, they don't have many hit points. They deactivate when you hit them. So basically you run at him, and as he throws his grenades towards you, you just carefully time your movement and your attacks, and you can just swat the grenades right out of the air as you charge him, and then kill him. But I'm not really going to have that option, because I'm going to have the gun in my hands ready to go. I can't afford to switch weapons late. So my only real two choices I can think of are to either start with a kukri and hope I can knock things out of the air before they take effect, or just charge right in and try to shoot him to death before the grenades finish me off. So, no, I can't aim now. I can't hit this guy at range. He'll start throwing grenades and just stand off at range, and he'll kill me. You got to charge him. I got to get point blank and do a burst fire right into his face. So, my guy's only got a 3 rifle skill, and long range combat in Cataclysm is not advised in any way, shape, or form. So if he's anything more than about 4 spaces away, I'm not going to hit often enough to really make a difference. So it's going to be basically charge until I can get right up on him. If I'm still alive at that point, try to burst fire him and just pray that the pain and the blindness and the tear gas and anything else that's affecting me hasn't dropped me. So that's pretty much the situation. You'll see what I mean here pretty quick. The good news is I do have decent chest protection with that super alloy MBR vest, and I've got a helmet, the tactical helmet, which isn't awesome, but it's pretty good considering. So I've got a bit of protection to try to soften the blow, but this is going to get ugly real fast when the grenades start flying. Alright, I need to actually back off. I screwed up. I need to have full stamina. So we're going to wait here until I get full stamina, and I'm going to walk towards them until I see the first grenade, or I think that I can reach them by sprinting. Alright, so we're in walk mode. Alright, last chance to place your bets. This will be the end of this run probably, one way or the other. It's either going to be me or the grenadier. I don't have any medicine I can take that's really going to affect this any. Suppose I could take a codeine to get some painkiller effect up. Let's do that. Let's take a preemptive codeine. That's just about the only thing I've got that might do anything. Alright, here we go. Where'd you wander off to, Grenadier? Is he off chasing an animal? There he is. Alright, one thing in my favor is the drizzle is cutting down his sight range, so I am 38 away and he hasn't spotted me yet. Alright, now he's got me in sight, so anytime now I'm going to expect him to start kicking out the grenade, so we're going to start sprinting. Also, I want to get close enough to him that if he kicks out any damaging grenades, he gets hit by them as well. Alright, here we go. There's the first one, tear gas grenade, not too surprising. I don't have much chance of outrunning these things. I don't have... should have worn some kind of a mask. So, we're going to get tear gassed. So this is the point where you would be readying your rapier or other item to try to knock this thing out of the air. I don't think I have much chance of shooting this thing out of the air. I think it's going to explode before I can really aim at it, and it's tiny and fast moving. So, oh, another grenade? Is that a second tear gas? Yep, another tear gas. And a third tear gas. Oh, crap. He's getting the grenades out way too fast. Alright. Tear gas again. Fourth tear gas. I gotta get on him. The bad stuff's gonna start showing up any time now. Which one was that? Standard grenade. Here comes the damage. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to start shooting. And what I'm worried about is as soon as these grenades start popping, my shots are going to just basically stop. I'm not going to get any decent shots off. So, go to full auto, fire, elite grenadier. So I've got 5 tear gas grenades and a standard grenade. So in that short distance, 6 grenades have come out. That gives you an idea of what you're dealing with when you spot an elite grenadier out in the wild. Alright, let's see what happens when this tear gas starts going off. I don't think I'm going to be able to see him, actually. I think that's going to be a problem. It's going to create a gas cloud. Gas cloud by itself is going to end this attempt. I'm debating stepping one more space forward before I fire. That way I can make sure I can see him because he'll be adjacent to me. I think I have to. Oh, he's moving away from me, you bastard. Alright, right here. Don't move. Stay right there. Grenades are going to go off while I'm aiming, I know it. 64 and 16. Can I get one more aim in before I fire? Oh, we're at 80-20. Here we go. Oh, he's down. He's down. We just have to survive the grenades. Run. I don't know if he's... we survived it. Alright, that's the only one I care about. The rest of them I don't care about. Oh, I think it broke them all. Damn it! He killed us! I was trying to run away from the body. I know to run, Rev, but I didn't get clear in time. I was running as fast as I could to get away from him. That's pretty hilarious. So that's the other problem with Elite Grenadiers. When you kill them, you've got a few rounds, and then they sizzle off the remaining grenades in their pack. So I don't know what kind went off, but it was enough to actually punch through all my super alloy torso armor and kill me. It's kind of funky that a grenade hit only my torso. Take a look at my hit points. So my torso was the only thing that took damage from that secondary explosion, and I call bullshit on that. What the hell kind of grenade fires off and you only get hit in one location? I guess if it's a piece of shrapnel traveling at high speed, hit me in my torso, but still, it seems kind of weird that a grenade goes off and the blast only affects my one body location. Alright, well, there you go. That's an Elite Zombie Grenadier. I thought we were going to get away from him and get it done. We got a lucky burst fire off, actually dropped him, and tried to run away from the secondary explosion. Didn't quite make it. We were about 3 spaces away from being outside of the blast radius when all of the grenades in his pack cooked off. Well, Ulysses, you did good. Here's our kill list. Not too bad. I suspect a good number of that is from running things over, but pretty decent list. Of course, our 10 things are on that list. We didn't get the last one butchered, though. We didn't get the Elite Grenadier butchered. It's possible it does it that way, Aaron, but I'm not sure. Either way, doesn't matter. Alright, Cataclysm, catch up here. There we go. Oops. Okay, well, challenge complete. Like I said, I wouldn't have normally gone after an Elite Grenadier in that fashion, but the challenge was essentially over anyway. If we had substituted a regular Grenadier, we had finished it a while back, so not a big deal. But yeah, I'm happy we dropped it first. I'm trying to figure out why those first grenades didn't actually go off. I got to run quite a ways with them chasing me, so I'm not sure exactly how those things trigger to explode, because those tear gas grenades would have ruined my day pretty quick if they had popped off and made a big gas cloud that I couldn't see through. That would have prevented me from shooting that guy right there. So why I was able to run up onto him, then actually aim a few times... Yeah, you're correct. We failed. We didn't butcher him, so... Success or failure is kind of up in the air because, like I said, if we had substituted a standard Grenadier, we would have succeeded at the challenge, 12 hours ago. But we decided late to not bother to try the Elite, so I was just looking for a way to finish and suicide the guy. So... Also, I wanted to show people just how nasty Elite Grenadiers were and what they wanted to do or be aware of. So, consider this part of my tutorial series, I guess, for Elite Grenadiers. I probably ought to do a quick tip episode on Elite Grenadiers just to discuss those guys and explain why new players should just flat out run away from those things. So, we're done. The Game Hunter is all finished. I need to figure out what we're going to do for the next series for the live streams. I hadn't really sat down and plotted one out. I've got some rough ideas of a few, but I hadn't actually settled on anything.